Oh, wait, did you hear that?
I did. Yeah. Okay.
All right, everyone. So this is a client of mine, Brittany. She has been, just killing her progress, making tremendous strides, both physically and mentally. So I wanted to basically get her on here and just kind of, go through her experience and share it with all of you guys. So please introduce yourself to everyone. What do you do?
Hi, I'm Brittany. I'm a teacher. So I just teach elementary school. It's pretty much
That's it?
that's it.
Hey, teachers are great. You guys are like saviors, I'm telling you, especially with COVID this past, last year? That must have been tough. Were you online or?
We were kind of both. So we were online and then in person and then online and then both. So it was a mess, but
Oh my gosh. So you were at home probably for a while.
Yeah, a good portion of time. Yeah.
Wow, the adjustment must have been crazy. I couldn't even imagine. So basically, I just wanted to see, first, wait, how did you hear about me? Wasn't it your boyfriend, your fiance?
Yeah, my fiance, I think he went to middle school or something with you. So
yeah, she comes out of nowhere. What was it, Instagram? And she messaged me. And she's like, my fiance, blah, 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 went to middle school with you. And I'm like, how many years ago was that? Like, it's crazy. Such a small world, and that's kind of crazy how social media can just connect us all. And it's kind of cool, but kind of scary at the same time. So basically, let's just dive right in here. What made you want to prioritize your health and wellness goals? Basically, where were you prior to my program, physically and mentally?
Yeah, I mean, physically I wasn't happy with the way I looked, but it was more of like a mental thing of like, I was just so anxious about the way I looked and I was kind of prioritizing other people. And I was like, oh my gosh, I hope they don't think this of me, like, because I don't look the way I want to. For some reason, I thought other people cared, which they probably didn't, but I was just so low and so I had no confidence at all, and I just doubted myself constantly. So
I think I remember your questionnaire saying that you were like nervous to start because of all the self-doubt,
Yeah. And when we had to send like the first initial like progress photo, I remember like sending it and then literally crying. Like, I can't believe I look like that. I'm so like sad that that's like how far I've kind of, for me, it was like I let myself go. It kind of felt like, but I don't know. I just remember feeling so bad. And then looking back at it now, I'm like, wow, it's a completely different person.
Right? I'm gonna share everyone her progress. It's truly inspirational. And that's like the whole thing about Project You. It's like we're learning to overcome certain things and vulnerability and self-doubt. And I'm huge on like overcoming false beliefs and stronger the mindset, stronger the physique. So she's a great example. She was doubting herself, she was worried, she was concerned, she wouldn't be able to stick to it, and she continued to show up for herself day in, day out. You have not missed a check-in, I don't think. Literally, that's the hardest part, is the check-ins, right? So it's like, but literally you have not missed a check-in, and you have definitely put in the work. So basically what I want to do, I want to show everyone your progress so far, and I am going to ask you a question. Can you see this?
I can. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. So first, I just want your overall thoughts. What do you see here? What do you feel?
I mean, basically, like, you can definitely see a difference, like just the way that it looks. But I think the main thing is still like, I look back at that first picture and just think of like my mindset back then, and like there's definitely a dramatic difference physically, but I think it's more dramatic the way I feel mentally looking back at it. And just like the change of mindset and how I feel about myself is so much.
So basically, if you had to say how did you feel mentally here? And then we'll go over and how did you feel mentally here?
Yeah. I mean, back then it was just, I felt so little about myself. Like I don't know. It was just, I don't know how I went through life, like with that much fear and doubt over every decision. And it's definitely given me like such a boost in confidence, and I just kind of take the day more positively in general. Like everything's a more positive outlook just because I feel better mentally and physically. But I don't know. I think just the change in diet and exercise and just everything in general was just crazy how much of a difference it made.
Yeah. And it's, again, it's overall, this has been a journey for you, right? Like
Yeah.
It's not been easy. You have to have, put in the work, and I forget, I don't know the cardio, but you have trusted the process. You've trusted me as your coach, and you've continued to show up day in and day out. And that's literally what's gotten you here. Right.
For sure.
And it's just crazy to see, I personally like doing the side-by-side photos, not only just for the physical aspect, but for the mental aspect. And, when I first started my own journey, I would do the side-by-sides for myself, because I'm like, wow, here I'm eating 1,200 calories or, 1,000 calories, feeling so low. Yeah. Like, it was just crazy to just see the overall difference. And like over here, I'm feeling more confident as ever. I'm eating 2,000 calories, it's cool to see the mindset change. And that's what we're huge on here at Project U. We love to nurture that mindset. And, obviously in your biofeedback form, we talk a lot about how you're feeling mentally. So basically, what has been your favorite part of the program so far? We have re-signed. That's another point. We were on 5 months, and then we re-signed for another 5, I think.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think, what was the question again? Was my favorite part?
Yeah, what was your favorite part, or has been?
I like all of it. I like the workouts, which I never thought I would ever say. Like, I've always hated cardio and working out. But I think definitely my favorite part is just seeing the change in myself mentally more than anything else. Like, physically, I'm not going to complain at all, because it's great. But mentally, I think is my favorite change that I've seen in myself.
And that is huge, that again, we love to nurture that mindset and choose self-growth over self-defeat. That's just truly what it is. I remember when I was at my lowest point, not choosing myself, just like you said, I was so focused on other people and just trying to make other people around me happy, but I forgot to fill up my own cup. It's like, even my coach the other day, we were talking about this, we have to always fill our own cup up to feel mentally like strong, powerful, right?
And it does, like you rely so much on other people at first, but then when you fill yourself up, it also helps other people as well. So you're like, oh, if I can make myself happy, then I can do a better job of making other people happy as well, which is
exactly. It's like a never, exactly. So we're gonna kind of wrap this up. I wanted to just make this kind of quick. So basically, what is your biggest piece of advice for someone who's been in your shoes prior to starting their fitness journey and who are interested in a program like this?
I think it's just to go for it. Like, you have so much fear at first. Like, you don't want to send that initial message like, hey, and don't be afraid to reach out for help. Like, the biggest part is you've kind of seen yourself and you've tried by yourself to make a change. And if you don't initially see that, you just doubt yourself even more. The dog's there. But just to kind of go for it, and don't be afraid if at first it's not showing the amount of progress that you want, because it does. Consistency works, and you just got to keep believing in yourself to go forward.
Yeah, I mean, that's with all my clients. I'm like, we got to stay consistent. And they look at me like, what? But it's true. The more consistent you are, the more progress you will make, both mentally and physically. And it's just again, a huge difference. And just like you said, like, you have to go for it, because you don't know. You can sit there and battle against yourself all freaking day.
You'll come with a million reasons to not do it. So
exactly. And the biggest one is finances. I see it all the time. It's like, I really want this for myself. And I always ask like 3 times, how bad do you really want it? Do you really need it? Because I'm always like, do you want it or do you need it? I remember I kept kicking the can down the curb. Like, I want it. But it got to the point where I was like, all right, I need it now. Like, I've beat myself up day in and day out, and I just need to prioritize my health and wellness journeys. So, but that is good. Again, this is Brittany. She has done a tremendous job on this program. But again, I just wanted to have her on here and kind of share her overall experience and see how she enjoyed it. So everyone say goodbye to Brittany. I'm going to actually pause this real quick.